Good night, Pro Dumpster Divers back at it again. So we have a huge stealth update today, and this is from a video I did a while ago right now, actually months and months ago. So all of the gold that we had previously got, we actually ended up melting that beautiful bad boy out. I took it to New York City, took it to the Diamond District, they melted it out, and all in all came up to be, it was weird right now because of how small it was. I had done the videos of it. It boiled down after the copper was removed out through water, about 212 grams of 14 karat. Okay. So I did a video about that I posted, and then something happened to it. I don't know what's going on with YouTube, but it is what it is. But what we have here is probably one of the most diverse pieces of gold scrap stealth tech right now. So if you know a guy, and what we're looking at here is, I actually got this new tripod. This here is basically old stealth tech right now. You can look and see that up there right now. And I'm going to go over all of these boards there. I had done a video previously about this a while ago, but I'm putting all of this in acid tomorrow morning. Okay, so when you guys see this video, this bad boy will be in acid. Okay, now I'm going to start with the top up here. I have so many, and they came out instead. Look at this. I have stacks and stacks. This is like just stacks and stacks of this right now, right? So I'm going to show you how this actually looks. Okay, all of this is gold. Okay, this is all gold plated. I'm not sure if you can actually read the writings on this here. It says MC3-C2 R, is that an O? It looks like an RDLE VB14A 2014. So this whole board was actually printed about 2014. Okay, and this, if you can actually, let me get a pen. If you actually look right here, this is where the circuit chip actually would go. It would go right through, let me put this down. It would go right through these holes, since this was reverse electroplated, and it would connect on the back side. They would chip them and then solder it up with a machine to make sure they stuck, but they had to be very careful that the solder didn't touch the other part of the chip. Okay, now there's gold on both sides of this, but the reason why I like this is because almost 1/2 of this chip is covered in gold, and it is beautiful. That's very, very good. You see the C3, C2, C1, this is where the capacitors would have went. The problem is that they had to throw it out because, as you see here, you can't put the circuit there right now. You need those two holes in it, especially if it's a larger capacity set capacitor right now, and there's no backside to it. Okay, now again, mistakes with circuit boards actually do happen, so they do have to get rid of them and see if they can make their money back. Now, how much gold is on this? A lot of gold. Almost 1/2 of this board is covered in gold right now. Okay, and I'm showing you that with the light. That's covered in gold. It is beautiful. Okay, and guess what? Look at this. I have, and I'm trying to do this, just stacks of this here, just stacks of it. Okay, there's 3 stacks here. Now let's go over to this one. This one here is a board that came next to it. It also has gold in it, but a little less. It's less than half. It's probably got 1/4 on it, but it has the same type of chip. You see that? But it doesn't have the antenna part to it, and it's got 2 holes for that. The problem is you have to make sure those actually don't connect, but they do connect on the back side of it, which is an issue. They were supposed to have a separate part here, but someone messed up yet again in circuit design, so things like that do happen. And guess what? I have a whole stack of this here. These bad boys are a bit big. I have other ones that actually have the circuits on them, but guess what? They threw this whole board out. Now this is thick. This is a thick bad boy. And this here, the other side doesn't have much gold on it, but it's a bit. You got a nice finger on that. But this is absolutely covered in gold. The muriatic acid will eat this up in 24 hours. There isn't going to be any gold on this. Probably here because of how thick it is, but all of this is going to get eaten up in 24 hours. Boom, bam, done. Right? It's going to eat it up. Now, you see how you have a lot of little gold dots on this one here? I'm going to show you another board. Okay? You see this board? It's also got that. It's got some writing on it. Hold on. DUT Rev A.1. So this might have been used for something very interesting right now. Oh, it's got a bit of water on it. What's going on with you there? Whoa, these boards got a bit of water. I took it out of the shed, and the hailstorm got a bit on it right now. But as you can see here, you have a little less gold on this side, but there's also gold on this side, a lot more than this, right? However, look at this gold finger. You see that gold finger right there? That's got a higher quantity and content of gold on it than anything else, which is beautiful, right? Two beautiful pieces. And guess what? I got a nice stack over here right now. Okay, I got another little different one. I had to look at this. I had to sort these individual pieces out piece by piece there. We have another section here with some writing on it. TN3A2EVB. That's interesting. Don't know what that's about. And then you got another section here. There goes that chip again. I can't find that. 2017. It's crazy. The other one was 2014, and these were actually in the same snap, which is absolutely pretty good, right? Absolutely loving this right now. And then we got these mini pieces over here, which is just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. It's got a lot of gold on it right now, and even the backside. Perfect. Is it going to take a while to wire brush that? Yeah, so I'm going to have to do that with a smaller one. We have other ones here which are different, and then we got these big bad boys over here. Look at this. This was supposed to be for a flight remote. Towel open, towel line, towel short. You can actually see some of the numbers there. And then a joystick was supposed to go here for toggling, which is very nice. Look at that. A lot of gold on this. This is absolutely beautiful. I'm loving it. I really am loving it. I'm absolutely loving it. Look at this here. Look what we got. Through, oh, I think that's Thurs. THRU. Thurs might be Thursday. Beautiful. And then you have, oh, look at that. You actually have the ground, Nick, Fords. Perfect. Beautiful. Other little pieces here which have a lot of gold on it. I love these things because they're double-sided, right? Look at all of these ones here that I absolutely have. Look at this. Look at this piece here, and I sorted it out in stacks. MC3, C2, CT, RDLEV, B14A. Look at the amount of gold on this. It's just covered. You can't put a circuit on that, right? You'd have to put one on the end and the other on the other end, but they're going to end up touching, and it's going to short circuit. So you got to be careful doing that. This has way more than half a gold on it. More than 4/5. This is huge. This has a massive amount of gold, and I'm loving it because I can clearly see. And this version here that I'm pointing to is a smaller version of this. And then we have these pieces here, which are beautiful, right? A little bit of double-sided. This one will go to the antenna bay right now. All right, beautiful. RDLEVB14A. Beautiful. This whole thing is just stacks and stacks of all of this gold pieces here. And then we have other smaller ones here. And then we have other pieces like this. Double-sided. Beautiful, man. I'm loving this. Now, here, I love this part here. Why is this part going to be an easy? Because when I put this in acid, I'm going to have to let this sit to the bottom. Okay, because when I filter this out after a while, the PCB parts are going to end up actually going into the filter, and I'm going to have to move this out by hand, and it's going to sit there in water for a while. This is beautiful, okay? And I have a couple of these here. Loving this stuff, man. And then we have some bigger pieces here. Oh, wait, I think we got a name. Cavendish Kinetics. 2019. It's interesting. All of these actually have different year numbers on them, but they were in the same one. And then connector A goes here. So this would probably end up being for a ribbon cable. For those of you who actually know, this would be for a ribbon cable. This is very beautiful to actually see the line where it would go, and then it would end up getting soldered on the back. But this would have to be done by machine, not human hands, because if those two solder points connect, you actually can short circuit the actual build that you're doing. This is beautiful. And then we have other pieces here right now. I am loving this. And guess what? This is just one part right now. We're going to end up doing a video on silver scrap, which is beautiful. So stay tuned for that. But yeah, look at this. This is what we have for silver. Sorry, for gold. All of this is just gold scrap mini boards. This is what I look into it. Why do I love this? There's no components on it. I don't have to put this into an oven. I don't have to rotate it. I don't have to get any capacitors, resistors, large LCDs, lasers off of them, nothing. I can drop this right into the acid. This is beautiful. This is perfect. This is sexy. I could eat this shit, man. This is beautiful. I don't even want to, like, I would rather hold on to it. But again, if you guys watch Canadian Prepper, prices for gold may one day end up going up to 2,800 right now. Okay. It may happen. Who knows? But if prices do peak, you really got to start looking at the economy right now and what the next plan is. Okay. All right, guys. Take care. Loving this stuff, man. Pro Dumpster Diver out.